Hello, students. We already have started the discussion on the composition and structure of the atmosphere. That is lesson number 4 from your geography textbook. So, you already have an idea what is an atmosphere. You already know that atmosphere is the blanket of air that surrounds the earth. And atmosphere is made up of lot of gases, right? So atmosphere is made up of lot of gases like nitrogen, oxygen, and other gases like carbon dioxide, argon, helium, hydrogen, ozone. So lot of gases are there which constitutes the atmosphere. We all you know that the percentage of nitrogen in the atmosphere is 78%, oxygen is 21%, and there are also small quantities of gases like carbon dioxide, which is 0.03%, argon, that is 0.93%, and other gases are also constitute the a part of the atmosphere. They are not in huge quantity, but they are a part of the atmosphere, and they are even an important part of the atmosphere, like helium, hydrogen, ozone. So they also have their different, you may say that they have their different they have their own importance in the formation of the atmosphere. Now, the second thing that comes to mind when we talk about atmosphere is that what gives the atmosphere at its place. You must be thinking that the atmosphere we are talking about, and in like as we move ahead in the chapter, we will learn about the different layers on this the different layers. The atmosphere is divided into 5 layers. Okay, so we will learn about the different 5 layers, like that is troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere, and exosphere. So you must be thinking that what keeps the atmosphere at its place. So the most important thing that holds the atmosphere at its place is the gravitational pull of the earth. So you all have read in the like in your science chapter about the gravitational pull the earth has, and because of that gravitational pull the atmosphere is bound at a place, is like it is withstanding at its place. Now we will move ahead with the chapter and we'll see what is there in the chapter. So, the conditions of the atmosphere at a particular place determine what type of weather and climate it has. Changes in these conditions bring about changes in the weather and climate. So, we know in the last class also we discussed about the weather and climate. You know what is weather and what is climate. Weather is actually the condition of the atmosphere at a particular place over a short period of time. So you should remember that weather is the condition of the atmosphere at a particular place over a short period of time, whereas climate refers to the weather pattern of a place over a long period of time. So the basic difference you can get out from the definition itself is that weather is for a short period of time and climate is for a long period of time. Okay, like different regions can have different climates. Okay, and you can see that climatic conditions, what happens, they don't change suddenly. The one more difference it can be taken out from a weather or the climate is that the climatic conditions don't change suddenly. Okay, so it may be a different in one part of the planet, and it can be different in the other part of the planet. Like if you take the example of Sahara. Okay, so Africa's Sahara has a hotter and drier climate. Okay, and if you see the Amazon river basin of South America, then it has different climatic conditions. Okay, so when we go in respect of the weather, it is for a limited period of time. Weather is for a limited period of time, that you can say that maybe throughout the day, or the weather is different at night, or maybe at any particular point during the day the weather changes continuously. You may see that when you wake up in the morning it's bright sunny outside, but as the day progresses, in the afternoon you can see that it has almost become like the clouds have surrounded, and it has almost become very cloudy, and it would start raining anytime. So it may change again. In the night you can see that the clouds have moved ahead away, and you can see the stars in the sky, so it has become a clear weather. So it changes throughout the day. It changes many times throughout the day. The weather can change many times throughout the day, but in the case of climate, it is withholding itself for a longer period of time. Okay, so now one more thing will arise in your mind, that when climate changes, what happens? Okay, so weather is changing every day. You know that weather is changing, and it may change throughout the day. But when climate changes slightly, the consequences are very severe. The consequences are very bad if the climate changes even slightly. Okay, so if the climate changes, it will have a very bad consequence on the planet Earth and even us also. So follow the book. Now you can see that changes in these conditions bring about changes in the weather and climate. These changes affect our lives too. Weather and climatic changes affect the lifestyle of people. Now, you know, as I told you, if there are changes in the climate, even if there are slight changes in the climate, that will have severe effects. Like if there are changes in the climate, there can be droughts, heat waves, or higher temperature, flood, anything. So, climate change is not just bad for the planet Earth, but it is also bad for the people living on it. So, climate change, it doesn't mean that if there is a climate change, there will be no difference. If there is a climate change, there will be lot of you can say that lot of changes and consequences, and big like what to say, like you can say calamities. So there will be a lot of calamities if there is a slight change in the climate. So it is equally bad for us and equally bad for the people living on it. Okay, now we'll move to the composition. Okay, we will move to the composition of the atmosphere. The atmosphere consists of a mixture of gases, water vapor, dust particles, pollen grains, and many impurities like smoke, salts, and other chemicals in varying quantities in the atmosphere. As I discussed you earlier also, so it is the atmosphere consists of all the things together, and all the gases, and even the mixture of gases, and even water vapor, dust particles, pollen grains, smoke, salt, everything is included in the atmosphere, and it is present in varying quantities. And the main constituents gases are, as we know, nitrogen it's 78% and oxygen is about 21%, and the 1% that is left is made up of gases like carbon dioxide, argon, hydrogen, helium, and ozone. Okay, so you already know the importance of oxygen. Without oxygen we can't survive. Okay, so oxygen is very important. It is there as 21%. Now what is the importance of carbon dioxide? It's a very common thing that you already know that carbon dioxide help plants to produce food. And one more work of carbon dioxide is to keep the earth warm by absorbing the heat radiated from the surface. So it helps to keep the earth warm by absorbing the heat radiated from the surface. So now oxygen, carbon dioxide, they are very important gases. Now nitrogen. What is the work of nitrogen? So nitrogen is actually required to maintain the fertility of the soil. That is also very important. If the fertility of the soil is not maintained, then how farmers will grow crops and how we will survive, right? So it's very important. Nitrogen is also very important, and it is also used for various other purposes also. But the most important work of nitrogen is to maintain the fertility of the soil. And ozone is very important. We know ozone protects us from the harmful ultraviolet rays of the sun. So ozone is also very important. So all the gases present in the atmosphere are very useful to us in one way or the other. It's not that they are there simply to constitute the atmosphere and they don't have any what to say, any contribution to our lives. They have their own importance, and they are being used for different purposes in our like in our lives. And so all the gas have their own important features, and they have their own important work for the existence of the human beings. Okay, so now we'll move to the structure of the atmosphere. The atmosphere extends approximately up to 1600 kilometer above the surface of the earth. So now you know that the presence of atmosphere is till 1600 kilometers from the surface of the earth. The density of the atmosphere is maximum near the earth's surface. It's a very common thing that the density is the maximum near the earth's surface, and as we move ahead, as we move up as we move up or we move away from the earth's surface, then the density goes on decreasing. Okay, the density goes on decreasing, and the air becomes thinner. Okay, this is so because the gravitational pull is strong near the surface, and the upper layers of the atmosphere rest upon the lower layers. Okay, so we know that the atmosphere is being held at a place because of the gravitational pull of the earth, and as we move ahead, as we move up, or as we move away from the earth's surface, then what happens? The gravitational pull is becoming little weaker. As we are near the surface of the earth, the gravitational pull is more, and as we are moving away from the surface of the earth, the gravitational pull is becoming little, but it's not so strong. Okay, as we moving away from the surface of the earth, the gravitational pull, the strength of the gravitational pull is also decreasing, and the air is becoming thinner. The about 50% of the total mass of the atmosphere lies within a height of 6 km from the earth's surface, and about 99% lies within the height of 32 kilometers. So you can you know that 50% of the mass of the atmosphere is within the height of 6 kilometers from the earth's surface till 6 kilometers. 50% of the total mass of the atmosphere is there, and the 99% lies within the height of 32 kilometers. As we move further away from the surface, the air becomes thinner. The atmosphere is divided into 5 layers based on composition, temperature, and other properties. Starting from the surface of the earth, the layers are called troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere, and exosphere. These layers vary in thickness. So you should remember the different layers, the 5 layers of the earth's atmosphere, that is troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere, and exosphere. So, and they vary in thickness. So as we move ahead in the chapter, you will know more about these different layers of the atmosphere. The first one is troposphere. This is the lowest layer of the atmosphere. It extends to a height of 8 km at the poles and about 18 km at the equator. So you can see in the picture, you can see the layers of the atmosphere. You can see that the troposphere is the first layer, then the second layer is stratosphere, then mesosphere, then thermosphere, and the last one is exosphere. Okay, so these are the layers. So the first most, that is the nearest to the earth, the nearest to the earth is troposphere, and we know that it is the densest part of the atmosphere. It is very dense. Okay, it is very dense. We have already read before also that it is the densest, as it has the maximum gases, like the atmosphere. This part of the atmosphere has the maximum gases in it. So dust particles, water vapors, and other impurities are found only in this layer. Okay, so it is dense, and it includes the dust particles, water vapors, and other impurities. All weather phenomena such as cloud, fog, rainfall, snowfall, storms, and lightning occur here. Okay, in this layer, the temperature of air decreases with increase in height at the rate of 1 degree Celsius for every 165 meter. This is called normal lapse rate of temperature. So what happens? The temperature of air decreases as we move ahead. with the height, as we move on with the height, as we go up in the height, what happened? The temperature of air is decreasing. And what is normal lapse rate of temperature? That is the decrease in air temperature at the rate of 1 degree Celsius for every 165 meter increase in height. So as we are going 165 meter above, 1 degree Celsius, it's decreasing. Okay. 1 degree Celsius of the temperature of air is decreasing as we are moving 165 meter. Like first 165 meter we are moving, 1 degree Celsius is decreasing. Again the next 165 meter we are moving plus 1 degree Celsius, again it is again decreasing 1 degree Celsius. Like this is happening, and this is called the normal lapse rate of temperature. Lapse means falling. Okay, normal lapse rate means falling. The word lapse means falling. So this is the normal lapse rate of temperature, means the falling of the temperature. As we are moving in height, that is 165 meter, we are moving up, then the temperature is also falling by 1 degree Celsius. Okay. As the troposphere is the lowest and the densest layer of the atmosphere, it absorbs maximum heat radiated by the Earth's surface and thus keeps the Earth warm. So the one important work of troposphere is that it absorbs the maximum heat radiated by the Earth and keeps the Earth warm. So it is one of the main work of the troposphere is to keep the Earth's surface warm. Okay, next layer will be stratosphere. Okay, before we move to the next class, we'll move to the next layer. So before that, I want you to have a research and to find out that the ozone layer is continuously depleting. Okay, now what are the causes of depletion of the ozone layer and its effect on us? You know, the ozone layer is very important, as I told you, because as I told you that ozone layer protects us from the harmful ultraviolet rays of the sun. Now, as the days are going with the years, what happened? The ozone layer is continuously depleting, means it's decreasing. The ozone layer is getting decreased. Now, one work I give it to you is to find out or to research what are the causes of the depletion of the ozone layer. And if the ozone layer is depleted, what will be the effect on us? What will be the effect on the human beings if the ozone layer is getting reduced or is depleted? So you find it out, and in my next class we'll discuss and we will find out if there are any remedies to improve the layer of the ozone in the atmosphere, and we'll discuss on that. Children, take care. Have a nice day. Thank you.